Alrighty, that was a tough one to swallow. You know, anytime you lose a game like that, with a little bit of the trend that we've had now for 3 consecutive weeks, that's tough. It's tough on our locker room. I thought there was a couple critical plays. Obviously, that didn't go our way. Clearly, the fake punt doesn't hit, and they end up getting some momentum there and ultimately going down and scoring a few plays later. I will say I was proud of our guys that continue to fight, getting the stop on defense, giving us an opportunity on offense. They're late in the game, and we just couldn't make plays. You know, I thought we had some chances to kind of open the game up. We didn't have those, and we didn't get it. And they made some critical plays on some critical downs, some fourth downs and things that allowed them to get the momentum and ultimately kind of, take the game. And I feel for our guys. I'm frustrated for them. They really put in a lot of work. But the one thing I know, we'll continue to fight. We'll continue to grind at this thing. That's the only thing we know how to do, and I know how to do. So we'll get back to it. And one of these weeks, we're going to get over this hump. And when we do, we'll become a very dangerous football team. But we've got to get over this hump right now that we're having a hard time getting over. So that's that.
Raise your hand if you have a question. I'll go. Brian starts off.
Steve, on the fake punt, I assume that was your call all the way. And what did you want Cam to do? Was he supposed to pass?
It was a run-pass option. They feathered it and played it pretty well. He had a go-call option, which he took. They played it well. Hindsight's 20/20. If I saw the look again, I'd probably check out of it and punt the ball. But that's, when you fake punts and you do those kinds of things, you're rolling the dice. When they hit, they're great. When they don't, there's a potential for a momentum swing, and that's when we love to get the stop, and we weren't able to do that. So that's, when you take those chances, that's kind of what can happen. That's what you have to do.
Go ahead.
Late in the first half, the 2 turnovers in that final 6 minutes. How critical are those moments happening obviously with Oklahoma State as well? And how do you fix some of those things in season when you're trying to get guys to understand?
Well, I don't think those 2 turnovers were really mental turnovers. They were physical. We fumbled the ball going in the red area, and ultimately Casey makes a read. The ball bounces off our hands, and they caught it. And so I don't think it was for essentially a guy not doing something or being really careless with the ball. That's football, and today, like has happened probably for about the last month, the ball kind of hasn't bounced our way. I argued that his knee was down. They said it wasn't, and the ball came out, and they got possession. That Casey made a good read. If nothing else, we'll get a field goal in that last drive. We had a couple opportunities before that to try to score. Didn't get it. So momentum plays, right? Opportunity to get points going into half, and then get the ball coming back out a second half, and we weren't able to capitalize.
Danny?
Steve, what do you have Coach Coleman tell his receivers after a rough day like today? Ball bounces off the hands and not able to come up with some catches?
Well, we get back to work, and we get back to our fundamentals, to making sure that fundamentally we're sound in how we're trying to catch the ball. But ultimately, we got to have faith in the guys that we have, and I think that we have some talented players. I'm sure those guys would love to have those plays back. They'd love to make those plays. It didn't happen, but the sign of really good football teams is they overcome those obstacles when they present themselves, and we just weren't able to overcome them today.
Go ahead.
Coach, when you're sitting at your record now, probably can't go to the Big 12 championship. What do you tell your team at this point?
We'll focus on the next game. We've got work to do. We've got to continue to fight. Like I said, that's the only thing I know how to do. When things don't go your way, you got to fight your way through it. You got to fight your way out of it, and that's what our team needs to do. And so that starts with me, in our approach and our demeanor, and how we approach it in meetings and how we approach it in practice. It's not about what's down the road. It's about what's right in front of us. And what's right in front of us next week is a very good Iowa State team. We're going to need to play good football on the road, and so we've got to prepare ourselves to do that.
Kirk, go ahead.
It seems like the team's just playing with very little confidence. Is that just because the build-up of 3 losses in a row?
I I don't know if it's so much that we don't have confidence. I think that we do. I think they believe in what we do. One thing that we've been trying to stress is, like life, football, throws adversity at you in every different shape, form, color, size. You never know when it presents itself, whether it's injuries, whether it's turnovers, whether it's a call doesn't go your way. And then how we respond to it, that's the critical point, and that's what we have to, in my opinion, improve on. We'll continue to work on that aspect of it because I think that our group is plenty talented enough. I think we've got plenty good enough coaches not to get frazzled when some things don't go our way. And right now, I thought we were better today at that. Obviously, getting a stop by the defense in the 4-minute period and getting the ball back to the offense when last week that didn't happen. And they were able to get that stop today to give us an opportunity. We weren't able to take advantage of it. So I think we're making some incremental progress. Clearly, we need to make more progress in that area to overcome and to get over this hump.
Pretty far right. Nick?
Yeah, kind of going off what Kurt said, do you sense maybe in the second half, or especially in the fourth quarter, that guys are maybe just tensing up a little bit and maybe not playing with the looseness and freeness that you want them to play with? And if so, how do you, course correct that over the course of the remainder of the season?
Well, I think it's psyche, right? It's the mind and spirit of a competitor, and ultimately, we've got great competitors in our locker room, and we want to make sure that their spirit really comes out in everything that they do. And, whether we have some people that are maybe tensing up in those moments, it's our job to get all of their spirit out of them, and they shouldn't feel that way. But ultimately, that can creep in, history can creep into your head, and that's something we worked on this week. I thought we were better, but clearly it wasn't good enough. And so we've got to stay the course. We got to continue to work. We got to put in the work. We got to fight through this thing, and that's how you do it.
On your left, center.
And Steve, you're getting the effort and the buy-in that you want from these guys. For you as a coach, how frustrating is that not to get the desired result when you're getting those other two boxes checked?
Yeah, I'm frustrated for our players because I know what they put into this, and I know the preparation that they put in. I know the way they practice. I know the intent that they come to work with every day, and I know the intent that they go into the games with, every week. And when you don't ultimately get the result that you're looking for, that's disheartening for them. And so I feel frustrated for them because I know what they put into it. And so, my job ultimately is to get them to continue to put in what they're putting in. And if all of us can get 1% better in whatever capacity our responsibilities are, we'll get over this hump. And it'll be very gratifying when that happens. But for me, the frustration and or feeling that I have is for our players because I know what they're putting into these things.
On your right, Joe?
For most of the running attack, it looked like you had your safety back for all the game. I know one safety maybe not backpedal, but it was too high. When do you consider maybe telling PK, hey, really got down and try and take that away from them?
Yeah, we were trying to hold some of our coverages. They were a big check with me team and running away from that down safety. I thought sometimes we did it really well where that safety was getting into the fit and getting into making the tackle. The long run was really unfortunate because it was uncharacteristic. That's not the way we had been playing, and that was part of what we've been preaching. Just keep doing what you've been doing. And hey, sometimes a 4-yard run, that's okay. If it's a 4-yard run, we'll play second, six football, but all of a sudden we overrun it, we get out of our gap, and that's when the ball spits on us. And so we'll continue to look at that. We'll continue to look at, how do we get an extra hat and maybe a little tighter to the ball. But hey, when that run hit late, it really wasn't about having another safety down or not. It was us getting two guys outside of the gap and the ball spit, and it was a long run.
Our time for two last ones, Brian and then John.
Steve, we talk a lot about mental, but is it possible that this is their ceiling? Does this team have a higher reach it can go?
No question, we can go high. Yeah, without question, we can go high. I'll never settle. I'll never put a ceiling on our guys. There's always a new level that we can go to. I love that aspect of sport. We can always improve. We can always strive for more, and we definitely have more there. And I welcome the challenge to get us there. So I really feel that way.
On your right, John?
Coach, you talked about having the frustration for the players. How frustrated are you with yourself after these last 3 games?
I guess my frustration is that, I want it for our guys, and what more can I do? That's how I view it. What more can I do? After games like this, I look at myself first, and what more can I do from a preparation standpoint, whether it's game planning, whether it's practice, whether it's meetings, psyche. I look at every aspect of what I do. I look at in-game calling. I look at decisions we make, any errors that may have occurred, and how can we avoid those the next time. So I look at all that because I'm frustrated for the players, and I always look at me first, win or lose, because I'm always trying to get better. And I challenge the players consistently to do that, to look at yourself first, and how do we as individuals improve so that we can collectively improve.
Last one on your left, Kirk.
Yeah, Steve, how would you explain Bijan just not being any running room at all? In case he had a couple of missteps with the misfire, the wide open Xavier, and then I guess the one that was picked off for the half.
Well, the one before the half, I don't think was Casey. I think the ball ricocheted off Josh's hands and ultimately got intercepted. I didn't feel like that was Casey at all. It was a good read.
Okay.
The running game was tough, and we knew that coming in. These guys are a big unit up front, really, really good nose tackle, which we've talked about. They made that aspect of it hard. I thought we had some opportunities in the past game that we took advantage of. There were some that we missed, that for one reason or another didn't happen. But the run game, when that doesn't go the way we want it to go, that shifts kind of our style of offense that we really want to be. So we've got to continue to grind at that to find a way to effectively run the football so that we can utilize the play action pass the way we want to. We dropped back past more today, which I don't know if is the strength of our team, but to get to play the style of play that we want to play, we've got to find a way to run the football better than we did today.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
All right, guys, thank you.